Hello everyone, it's Omai and welcome back to another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Today's video I'll be taking a look at the new treasure map versus Dice Baccarat and Mr. Tanaka with my personal speed teams that I promise you are going to allow you to fly through the new treasure map with amazing speed, no stall. We use amazing wave clear units with amazing productivity to ensure that we have the maximum speed possible and the least amount of specials used on the final stage. So let's get straight into the video, starting off with the first mini boss against Spondom, wasting no time here. This is honestly one of my favorite teams. I really enjoy this one. How it works is Kuzan gives us 2 times attack and ore boost on the final stage automatically. So he does require level limit break 3 as usual. You don't need him at max level limit break, only level limit break 3. Beyond that, it really doesn't matter at all. So we're going to use his specials on stage 1 and 2. He has very fast wave clear, as you will see after this, as I will show demonstrations of the speed of each of these teams. But Kuzan used both of his specials on stages 1 and 2. And then on the final stage, we have a bunch of annoying debuffs. Enemy defense up and resilience both are 4 turns. And then we also have to get around a 5-turn despair after sockets. So how we're getting around those debuffs is, first off, for basically all the debuffs, we are using the special of Brook. Now Brook is going to get around the resilience, the despair and the damage reduction. So he's a very, very productive unit in this circumstance. He's going to be great to get around all those debuffs. And as for the defense up, we are going to get around it by actually inflicting the enemy with defense down to 0 with Rebecca. Rebecca will also proc it with a 1.75x conditional attack boost and give us a 1 chain boost to allow us to get a very, very high chain. So with all that, we have 1-0 orbs to the bottom row characters. It literally matters no difference whatsoever who those bottom row characters are. Just make sure they are your best statted strength units. Since Kuzan is a universal captain, it doesn't matter what class they are, just your best stat units, run them on the bottom row. They will have 1-0 orbs from Brook's support ability, crewmate ability. So I'm really happy with this team. A 2x attack and orb boost, as well as color affinity, a 1.75x conditional from Rebecca, also a 1 chain boost from Rebecca, and then also we have 1-0 orbs from Brook, all while only doing 2 specials on the final stage. So I'm very happy with this team. Let's get into the next one, which is against Raise Max. So Raise Max is one of the more annoying mini bosses. Honestly, every mini boss besides Spondom is very difficult in this treasure map. So what does Raise Max do? He has defense up, threshold and damage reduction, I believe. So this is a very annoying mini boss, having basically every single defensive effect under the sun besides resilience. Not to mention he also revives with damage nullification, so that further provides more evidence to how insane this mini boss is in terms of the defensive effects. There's also rewind and attack down. So yeah, also block orbs. So it's really difficult and very slow because of the fact that there is a revive. So this team I'm very happy with. It's 2 specials and 2 supports on the final stage. Actually only 1 support for most of the treasure map. Only later on do you need that support of Akainu for more damage for a chain lock. But basically how this team works is, stage 1 we are going to use one of our Kaido Crew's super swaps. Stage 2 we'll use that Kaido Crew's special, and they'll go into their dual form and also wave clear. Carrot is going to be dealing a lot of damage. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, Carrot's going to be the main unit dealing damage, so make sure she has nice stats and a good stat support. Then we have Ben Beckman and Lucky Roo, and this unit is very nice because they're going to give us a chain boundary effect as well as a orb boost. The main reason why this unit is essential, however, is because the chain boundary effect is 3 turns, meaning after the intimidation it will be only 1 turn left, but it will still be remaining. And because you need a 3-turn either chain locker or chain boundary unit, this unit is perfect because he also gives an orb boost. So that goes very well with the attack boost from Akainu, and it just works very well together on this team. So I'm very happy with this one. We are using Zoro to wave clear on stages 1 and on stage 2 we're using Frankie to wave clear, for also giving us a 3-turn 1.1 chain boost, which goes very, very well with the chain boundary from Ben Beckman. So that's basically how this team works. We have a boundary from Ben Beckman and a chain boost of 1.1 from Frankie, a conditional and attack boost from our Akainu, And then we have a color affinity from the chopper support, which definitely is optional. You could also use Ace, the quick rare recruit. And yeah, so basically that's it for this team. Very, very strong, very reliable. We have an attack boost, orb boost, color affinity, chain boundary, and chain boost. We should start off the chain, I think, at about 3.8x, so after 1 good, which means we don't have to worry about the chain attack down whatsoever. The next team is going to be against Lucci, which is undoubtedly the hardest mini boss of the treasure map's history. Very, very difficult, but we're still trying to get around it with a very fast team. I'm not sure if this is going to be the best idea, because Lucci, I'm pretty sure, is going to have a buffed point drop, so you might actually want to be running the highest point boost possible. But this team focuses heavily on speed, so this team is really, really fast. Focusing Halloween Ace as our captain, because he's going to allow us to get around the rewind on stage 1 and the special bind on stage 2. And he's also a very nice captain for giving cooldown to our units. As for the blowaway, so both of our bottom row units do resist it, so we don't have to worry about that. Oprah is just there as a stat boosting unit, and he also gives us color affinity, so he's a nice option, because if you need the damage later on, then you can use his special color affinity, and he also resists the blowaway. You might be wondering, Carrot 6+, I know I mean 6-star form, a lot of people won't have this option to them, because I did actually keep a 6-star form Carrot a while ago, because I was thinking maybe I'll need to use it twice in a quest, a treasure map, and this is definitely one of the scenarios. So I did use my stronger Carrot, the 6+ form, in that quest. That's because she does play a much more minor role in this team over here. But basically, we'll use her on stage 2 to not only swap into the captain, we'll use the special of our stage 2, we'll also use the special of Iron to heal our HP, because on the final stage we get dealt 30,000 damage as a preemptive. And since we got our HP reduced so heftily, we need that Iron to survive the hit with the HP she provides. So make sure you use her twice. She doesn't need level limit break 5, don't worry. We only need her healing, so her utility that she gets added on her limit break buffs literally doesn't matter whatsoever. Just make sure you have her at double special activation max, so you can use the special twice and get the healing. Then on the final stage, we are going to use the special of Tesoro to change our top and bottom rows orbs into matching, leaving our middle row slots as block. That's going to allow us to get around the block orb barrier. And then as for the resilience, we'll use Yamato. Yamato will get around all 6 turns. The paralysis and special bind, we get around that with our captain of Tesoro, and also the Whitebeard and Marco. Whitebeard and Marco only gets around 5 of the 6 turns of paralysis, meaning you need the Kiku Ease of support for the last turn of the paralysis. Then we have Luffy, who's going to generously give us an attack boost or an orb boost, whichever one you want. Tesoro also gives us a chain lock. And yeah, that's basically it for this team. Yeah, very, very strong. You could actually rather use Luffy on stage 2. Ooh, no. Rather use him on the final stage, because he gives us a lot of damage. He doesn't mess up with the orbs or anything, so he's actually going to change the effects of our quick orbs to 2.75x. So yeah, definitely use him on the final stage. He's going to give us a fat attack or orb boost, and then also buff the effects of our matching orbs very heftily. So yeah, last stage Luffy will help with damage quite a bit. He actually first use Nami and Karina. They'll give him what am I talking about? We use Nami and Karina on stage 2. Yeah, anyways, that's gonna be for this team. Stage 2, Nami, Karina, use their super swap and also their special. Make sure you go into their quick form. Also use Iron twice, and then also use nothing else. Kill the stage 2, and then on the final stage, use the rest of your specials, and you will be fine to get a very nice amount of damage with this team. We have an attack boost from Smoker support, and then an orb boost from Luffy. Then for the intrusion, we are using Gear 5 as the captain instead this time. And the reason why we're doing that is because there are a very annoying effect on this treasure map boss. And that is the fact that we get super block orbs on the final stage. And if you don't know, Luffy is an excellent unit to get around super block orbs with his X super ability. Now it definitely helps that the friend captain Nami and Karina is a Nami character, meaning we have one of the 3 units we need for the X super ability. The other 2 units we find in the Yamato, as well as the Sanji from the free-to-play size Straw Hats. Sorry, my bad. Then we have a very inaccessible unit, which is the forgot his name, the Fukaboshi, I think, Orochi's Lucky, whatever his name is, but he's from the recent Kizuna, and he's a very nice character to give us Wano orbs, but mainly to get around the enemy's damage reduction on stage 2. As for the 3-turn weak slot bind, I mean orb boost, we're actually gonna just ignore that, and we're actually gonna wait until the final stage where we'll use Luffy's special to give us an attack boost of 3x and also buff the orb boost up to a 1.35x, which is still actually usable. I mean, compared to the, I mean, when you consider the fact that Luffy has so many other damage buffs, it really isn't much of a hurt to the team's damage. Yamato is literally useless on this team, besides the fact that he procs the X super. So literally anyone else who procs it, you can use him. Then we have Whitebeard and Marco, which on stage 2 is going to allow us to get around the special bind. And then on the final stage, also we get our orbs changed to Saiyan Int, which means that they'll be counted as G orbs with the Nami and Karina's friend captain ability. And then on the final stage, attack down, defense up, and then the slot barrier. Sanji's going to allow us to get around the slot barrier with his special. And then also he is going to give us a chain boundary effect. As for the resilience, I mean, not the resilience, the damage reduction, the attack down, my bad. How's this team getting around attack down? We're using Nami and Karina special on the final stage, using the super swap and the special, and that's going to allow us to get around the attack down and the enemy defense up. Wow, I almost just panicked there. I literally forgot about Nami and Karina, guys. Oh my gosh. But for the revive, 150,000 damage. We do have a bunch of healing from our Whitebeard and Marco that should allow us to survive that revive regardless of what happens. And yeah, that's basically it for this team. You can use Yamato special on the final stage, I guess, for the damage reduction actually. So Yamato does actually have a bit of a use. But I hope you guys understood what I meant when I was explaining this quest, because I am a bit goofy in the head right now. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. But with all that being said, peace guys, and I'm out.